Time to get ready for the Larry and Needles Show. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Larry and Needles Show. I'm Larry.
I'm Needles.
How you doing? I'm Kiki.
And we got Spalding
Oh yeah,
here.
welcome our newest member to the group, Spalding.
He's in his swing.
Yeah,
He's
a little finicky today.
Me and my wife adopted him officially. He's been very good so far, except for the one incident
Yeah.
where he got caught. Well,
We haven't figured it out yet.
allegedly.
Yeah,
He
well,
hasn't-
no, well, you're gonna come out with this story already?
Well, I mean, people are gonna wonder why is this baby have an ankle
thought we were gonna-
bracelet?
Yeah,
I
well,
thought
he's
we were
got.
gonna-
Yeah, you got a point.
Release a police report.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
People are gonna
I'm not.
wonder.
I'm going to teach him. I'm going to teach him the right way. I went to Walgreens and he got caught stealing some cough syrup, and we went to court. He got house arrest. But so that's that. He's a good boy. Other than that,
Yeah,
he
he's a
really
good
is
kid.
good.
Where the fuck's the lighters at?
And he likes KFC.
Yeah, no, thank you for KFC for complete. Hopefully, you don't take this episode down because for completely
No, they
using
won't.
this. What do you mean they don't want? How do you know?
I told the lady
Where's the
it
crack
was
baby
for
mobile?
it was for a baby.
Yeah, but just because you told her.
I don't think she is saying.
Yeah, I don't think she understands the ramifications or your idea of.
I took it off somewhere, man. When we.
I know, but I don't think she understands your artistic intention with this bucket of chicken.
I told her it was for a swing for my baby.
So shout out to MJ today. Today would be
Michael
his birthday.
Jackson.
So he was a great lyricist. He was a great dancer.
He was the king of pop.
he was
for
a
crying
composer.
out
Yeah, he
loud.
was the king of pop. I mean,
That's why I'm wearing this hat.
We
in
don't
honor of
know-
Michael today.
I'm
we don't
sure
know
he
if
could
he was
probably
a
take a
Fanuc.
backhand from his father pretty well.
Hats
yeah,
off
we
to
don't know if
Michael
he was
Jackson.
a Fanuc or he was sexually abused or. Can I see it later, Kiki? I don't know
who
where the
knows
fuck
what,
this
yeah.
thing just went.
I just had him, man. Oh, here's one that I had in my pocket.
Oh, here, let me get it so I don't gotta click it. And then, so what do you call it?
He
so-
wasn't. He was a killer entertainer.
Yeah, he was a very
Yes.
good entertainer. So let me read you.
My wife saw them at Jackson 5, Jacksons, and Michael Jackson almost every time they came
So
to
I want to
Chicago.
read you.
Oh, really?
If not every time, yeah.
One of his songs, and I don't know if anybody listens to Stu Peters, but Stu Peters actually
Love him.
shout out to Stu Peters. Actually uses
Oh,
this
yeah.
in the intro of his show.
Does he?
Yeah.
So
Nice.
I'm trying to think now. What the hell's the intro? Because I've listened to Stu a bunch.
Yeah, but
It's this Michael Jackson song.
These are his actual lyrics, though. This is only one stanza of his lyrics, so it says,
One verse.
yes, one verse. Beat me, hate me, you can never break me. Will me, thrill me, you can never kill me. Jew me, sue me, everybody do me. Kick me, kike me, don't you black or white me.
That's what he
So
said.
yes,
Oh,
this is
shit.
in the lyrics. So basically, I delved into this a little further, and so basically, he was at odds with the record producers about his music
Probably always.
and the money.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, just think about it. We all know what they're capable of. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it
Yeah.
says, you know.
I've
I
only
mean, they-
gotten the
what- they
opportunity
have a-
to get fucked over on small
They didn't-
scales, but
well,
yeah, they're capable of some crazy
But they have
shit.
their thing is Jew me, don't Jew me.
Yeah.
It's the don't Christian me. It's not like they say that.
Yeah,
you know
right.
what I mean? So there's a reason behind that. So
Yeah.
he was in and I'm going to get to something after this, but he was in a little bit of a tiff with the Jews right now, and they actually made this and produced this song. This was on
Sure they
TV. Like this is his music video.
Here's the thing about Michael Jackson's songs, though. You could hardly ever tell what he's saying.
It's like this.
Well, but here's the thing,
He's
though.
almost like backwards masking in his natural voice.
Wait.
But you don't understand, though. This encompasses the Jews.
No, I understand that.
He could talk shit about us, but we're gonna make a bunch of money on it. You know what I
probably
mean?
loved it even
Sure.
more.
That's what I'm saying. The Jews
It's
are
almost like
what-
rubbing the dog's face in the shit.
I don't know about that.
Well, I
no,
mean,
that's
they're gonna
completely
make money
different.
off of
That
it.
means
You
you don't
think
want to
it-
do it.
Yeah.
The Jews want you to do this so they can make the money.
Yeah.
If they want to rub his
I
face,
understand,
if they want to
Beatles.
rub his face in shit, they would have never released the song. But now they're making
No,
money.
no, here's the thing. He tries to shit on them and they rub his face in it by putting it out and making money
Making
off
money
of
off
him.
of
That's
it.
what I'm talking
Exactly.
about.
But he wanted artistic value. He still
Misinterpreting
won.
my analogy,
No,
motherfucker.
Well, then you should explain it like that initially.
Dude, it's,
did.
what's that one Michael
never
Jackson
did.
song? He's like, Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa, or
I have
whatever.
no
it is.
clue.
Yeah.
Now
But
you're
that,
just
he does.
butchering that
Honestly, I
motherfucker.
thought it was like 20. Or I was going.
No, that's what he says.
No,
So I don't-
30 years. That's what I thought he was saying.
What
but
was
it's
he
like,
saying?
There's
Oh,
actually
Jesus,
lyrics
another
for it.
Kiki story. He forgot halfway in
well,
He's not
between.
saying Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa.
No, he's saying. I don't know what the.
Oh, he's
'cause
saying
I don't
something
care what he
else.
says.
So-
that
But he's
doesn't
definitely
sound
saying
like
something.
that.
All right,
And it's
so-
like, holy shit.
Okay, so now here we go. So Jackson was an ally of ours against the Jews. Okay?
That's
We've already
right.
Well, I
gone over
never
this
said I was
multiple
against the Jews. so-
What's that?
I'm not
Oh, now you're
against it.
flip-flopping hook nose?
Nobody's flip flopping.
You
Give
just
me my
totally
lighter
flip-flop.
back. Give me that blue lighter.
Totally flip-flop.
Well,
That's
the
right.
Jews
That's
in
what you weren't
charge.
saying upstairs,
the Jews
Larry.
in charge.
Well, from
I have
everything,
relatives that are Jews.
from
for
everything
your
inside my
information.
country in the United States, I see it's controlled by the Jews. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then there we
like
go.
that a lot better.
Okay, so
Well,
it's localized
The
Judaism.
elite Jews.
Local.
Because I know. a
Now
lot of
you're
Jews-
talking.
'cause I know a lot of Jews.
Well, it's
that
not
are
even
like-
elites though. They go down to jewelers, banks, all this stuff. It's
Yeah,
not even elite.
but
Well, but those guys are
You go to a
making
pawn
good
shop.
coin. They're making good money.
You get a Jew pawn shop.
But those are scam. They're fucking. They're taken. From
All right, whatever. Fucking potato.
well,
so,
the thing is, the only thing is they practice segregation with marriages and such.
what do you mean?
Potato.
Well, they
potato
try and
pancake.
marry within their own kind. That's one of their things. Which
Yeah,
would
no,
be
they still
considered
marry
very
outside their
racist
kind.
for a white
Candace
boy to
Owens.
say.
Candace Owens is married to a Jew.
Well, I'm not saying
and
every
she's fucking-
single last one of them.
Oh, we're
Neils,
gonna
but
get to that.
mostly-
Remind me to get into the
mostly.
Candace Owens things
Yeah.
because I was listening to something and it made me, or I was reading something.
Candace, yeah, she's not stopping.
Okay, so then basically, what do you call it? So this whole thing with Michael Jackson, it goes now. It goes into this other story that I was reading about. Is that he went to go shoot the video in
Yeah.
Brazil?
Oh,
And
yeah,
he went
yeah.
to- it was in a favela, like a dangerous favela.
The worst
and I think
one.
the dude was. I don't know if it was. It was.
Worst one
Well, the
out
gangs
there.
probably would have protected him.
Well, no, but listen though. So the guy, so they had to send a liaison in to go talk to fucking
Gang
the guy. And
leaders.
his name was fucking Mickey Mouse or something like that. It was very silly. They're always Disney characters.
But he
right?
wasn't
Or-
at all like Mickey Mouse in real life.
Well, obviously he ran a favela. We know that. I mean, that kind of goes hand in hand. So he told the lady that all he wanted to do was meet Michael Jackson, and they're like, we could lay $1 million in the street and no one would touch it.
Yeah, no,
Like,
seriously.
that's
he's
how
like, yeah.
fucking backed up they are. He's like, oh, we love this guy. He's like, and there's actually guys in the video, like the outtakes with guns and stuff in the back,
Oh, I
and they
believe
just and everybody thought it was all fake. You know what I mean? But then
Like
it came out
actors
that
and
this-
shit.
Did you ever see the movie City of God?
Uh-uh.
Oh,
Great
it's,
fucking
It's all
movie.
in subtitles, but
It's a great movie.
fantastic movie.
I'm surprised Needles was able to watch it and understand it.
Timmy, I watched it with Timmy Marino for the first
Oh,
time.
so Timmy read it to you?
Read it to me. What's that?
Nothing, man.
He's saying you can't read,
It's a movie.
but they're speaking in Portuguese.
Oh,
So
he
it's
can't read the subtitles? Oh my god.
Dude, it's a fucking
Great
joke.
one, Larry. Real
was
good
funny.
looking Spalding.
It
Meh,
made
meh, meh,
Adam
meh,
laugh.
meh.
It'll make the people at home laugh. Don't worry. It doesn't matter if you get the jokes or not.
Spalding salute.
I mean,
yeah.
if we're gonna sell C material now to our listeners.
That wasn't C
This is
material.
fucking
That shit was
crazy.
fucking top notch, top
Okay,
shelf shit.
whatever. Coming from a
motherfucker.
guy who looks like he just had sex with Bootsy Collins.
Whatever. I'll tell you one thing, man. I don't see any of you fucking with any parenting skills like this that make a
Well,
fucking
see how I'm the only one who has a
actual-
child.
I will have.
No, but I didn't
I
see.
mean-
I don't remember
No, wait,
seeing
wait.
your
No,
son
wait.
in a fucking
No, wait.
KFC
So,
crib.
let's walk this one back around for a second. See how any of us don't have any parenting skills. Do you have a kid?
I do not.
Do you have a kid?
Not that I know.
Yeah.
of.
Do you have a child that's
Spalding.
flesh and blood and breathes from a child of God? No. I have a child. So don't give me I don't have any parenting skills, you fucking fanook. I mean, get the fuck out of here.
The Lord made the rubber tree plant.
And then Spalding was born.
I
Spalding
gotta,
was-
yeah, I gotta tip my cap to Larry though. He is doing a good job with them.
Yeah.
What do you mean he's doing a good
Well,
job?
the
with
kid
them?
wanted a fucking necklace. I got him a
Yeah,
necklace.
I mean he's
He
only on
fucking-
house arrest.
But this
I
is all
turned my back one
brainstorming.
second. He joins a fucking gang. Fucking.
Oh shit.
No, he didn't. He's not. He's a good.
All right, so then let's get into
He is
fucking.
under house arrest for shoplifting, though. He's on. The only thing that
I'll
he ever
swing you
did
a little
wrong
bit,
was
buddy.
the shoplifting.
So let's get into this really quick. As you can see today, I'm wearing my USS Liberty hat, which is now my new hat for the rest of the year.
Needles has a new hat.
Yes, I do. I love it. USS Liberty. So we're going to
And
get
there's
into
a
this
point to
for a
it.
minute. We teased this last week.
Yeah, but let
And-
me just point out to the viewers at home that would realize that only usually the people that are on the actual ship of the hat that they're wearing with the embroidery
Oh.
were on the ship that wear it. Like when people see
told you,
him
I'm
with
stealing
that, they
valor.
think he's a fucking
I'm
Navy
totally,
guy.
I'm totally stealing valor. I told you. I saw a guy
He's
today.
like Tampon Tim.
I saw the. No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not
stolen
saying.
valor?
I'm not saying
He's
out of
not-
my
I know.
mouth.
Well, he's not
Maybe,
claiming
man.
it.
Yeah, no. People,
He ain't
like I said.
that bad,
So listen to
dude.
this. So I was in the Aldi's
Take a
today by
joke.
my parents' house. And fucking, there's a guy that has a ship hat on with like the eggs on the front, and then like an actual like bar with the metal. You know, it has, like, green,
yeah,
red,
you should get some
And
fucking
no,
medals,
and I would never do
bars
that.
on
That's
that.
stealing valor.
Yeah.
But what do you call it? And he had a Navy shirt on.
Oh.
And I seen him over here, and I was all the way over here. He wasn't paying attention. He was an older man, and I mean,
Obviously.
and I fucking come around the corner. And I look up, and he looks at me, and I give him the head nod. He gives me a head nod.
Nice.
And I just walk right. I mean, this
Hey.
is the funniest thing, because there's a lot of
Do
vets
they
out by my
still
parents.
like? Hey,
Oh,
do
I
they
bet.
still do that? Like, say, a kid that's in the Navy today,
What?
would he get a hat like that? Even though
Oh
it
yeah,
wasn't.
100%.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a part of
Because
their
they
uniform.
still do that. Oh,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
part of the
Some
uniform.
of it's part of their
I
uniform.
did not
Yeah.
know that.
Depends what
Yeah.
what
I
they're
did
doing.
not
What their
know
position
that.
is.
So they're wearing that shit on deck and whatnot. When
Well, it
they're
depends on what
swabbing
their
the deck
position-
and running
I
about.
don't-
doing
Depends
their
what
thing.
what
It
time
might be
of
an
day,
option.
what they're doing.
Yeah, it might be an
Right.
option. I mean, everything.
If they need a hat,
whatever. I
shit,
like
they can
supporting this
wear
country.
that.
This hat was made in the United States of America.
Fuck
Shout out
yeah,
to the USA.
dude.
You know what I mean? It costs a little bit more, but it's worth
Hey,
it.
dude.
You know?
Yeah, I'd rather get my money.
Here's
here.
the thing.
We need to bring
So,
the manufacturing.
At
back.
least you know someone wasn't handcuffed to a fucking sewing machine.
I mean, you trying to get me hard? Come on, Larry. What are you doing over here? Little tiny hands.
ow! I hit my hand.
So then
They
we'll
say.
get in. So basically, as you can see on my hat, the USS Liberty. This is
Very
an incident.
nice.
This is an incident, June 8th, 1967. All right. As you see on my hat, ATRS. It was an auxiliary
A
technical.
day that'll live in secrecy.
You gonna interrupt me the whole time or
I
what?
just want to say a day that'll
Jesus.
live in secrecy. The date.
Huh?
You
Yeah.
said the date, June 8th, 1967.
Yeah.
A day that'll live in secrecy.
We already talked about this. Yeah.
Well, no, instead of like a day that'll live in
Infamy,
infamy. I
yeah.
didn't say that before.
This is what
man.
you're gonna interrupt me for.
Dude, it's a fucking great thing.
Okay,
a
thanks,
day that'll
thanks
live in
Larry.
secrecy.
Now you're gonna marvel in your maleficence,
yeah.
magnificence. All right, so it's an auxiliary technical research ship. All right, so basically what that means is it was a spy ship.
Yeah.
Okay, so it specialized in UHF and VHF frequencies.
Nice.
Okay, so what it did is it would.
And where was this at?
Well, I'll get to that. Okay, so actually, we'll start with that. So it was in the Gulf of Egypt.
Yeah,
Okay,
all right.
and it started 20 miles offshore. So this was at the beginning of the 6-day war between Israel and multiple Arab countries.
Yeah.
So think about this. This little place
Got
fighting
it done in
multiple
6
Aryan-
days.
fighting multiple fucking.
Was spying on multiple. Yeah.
No. I'm talking about
war
Israel
was
fighting
going
the
on.
6-day
Oh, yeah,
war.
yeah.
So think about this: how stacked Israel was back then that they could fend off multiple Arab countries. It always goes back to the shekel. That's how you find a Jew. You follow his shekels.
Ah.
You know what I mean?
That's how you do it. I thought you had to follow the rainbow.
That's a leprechaun.
Ah, leprechaun.
Oh Jesus! All right,
Unless
so
you're in
I don't know if
Israel,
you're
see a
serious
rainbow.
sometimes or not, which is a bad thing. So, fucking basically, it was in international waters, 29 miles off the shore of Egypt at this point in time.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Which I believe is only 9 miles deep into international.
I don't know how many
water. I
nautical
think it's
miles that
20
is.
miles
I
or
thought it was
something.
15 or
Is
something.
it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're gonna really argue about nautical
No,
miles.
but you know, it's a
We both are
podcast,
seamen
so-
lovers,
But
so we know that.
But yeah, but at that distance, you can't see them.
Well,
It's a
maybe
flat
you
plane.
could.
The Earth is flat.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could.
So I mean,
On a
you
nice
could totally
day,
see
you
'em.
could.
But think about this now. So
you
there's a
probably
war.
need binoculars.
So the ship is coming in. It's not equipped to. It's not a fighting ship. It's a spy ship. Okay. So you're going 20
And
miles
it's not
off the
surrounded,
coast
yeah.
of fucking.
It's not
the
a fucking
hotbed.
speedboat.
Well, no, it was just. It wasn't. It didn't have missiles. It didn't have weapons. It
Yeah,
was
and it's
centralized
not
spy
fast,
ship.
really.
It didn't have a destroyer with
Now,
it or anything.
I fucked up
Yeah.
here because I couldn't find it right away before the show, but there were also two
Subs?
no, the fucking carriers. Two carriers that were commissioned further out. So just in case something happened to this, because they told them.
Well, they travel in packs. Like
Well, but they also said, Israel said that, you guys can't come within 100 miles of the coast. But they're like, this is Egypt. You can't fucking tell us what to do. We're the
Yeah.
Americans. So basically, obviously what happens is, so they sent them out 20 miles, so they're on their way there. They're like, 20 miles isn't good. You need to back up to 50 miles. But the transmission didn't get there. There was something on a spy ship. They couldn't get the transmission through.
Wow.
This is what they say. Okay, thank you. I was just about to do that. This is what they tell you. I'm going off of
There's a
multiple
lot of
accounts
lies.
and multiple shit. I actually listened to the communications between the ground and the Israeli Air Force. That was ran by shit, where's his name? Son of a biscuit.
Spalding's great-grandpappy?
Yatzka Rabin. So 'cause I'm
Alright,
starting
so
to name
was
him
he-
from now on.
Okay.
That's my new thing.
Hey, and that's good. I like that.
That's how you fight them. You name them.
I forgot you're gonna name him, and I said that's a really good idea. And you know what? That makes you just sound so much more professional. But that name is not your average fucking Joe Schmo.
You think? I mean, come on. That's definitely centralized to one location in the world.
You could have
You know what I
curlicues
mean?
coming
There's
out.
not that many Yatskas.
No.
Got them
Yitzka.
squeegees. running
Yitzka,
around.
that's what it was. Yitzka. My handwriting's atrocious. So Yitzka Robin. I mean, Robin's in his name. Come on.
Yeah.
Rhyming and
realized
stealing.
Yeah, right? Oh, man.
Rabin. Robin.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, what do you call it? So there was a miscommunication. They were saying that Egypt was using ships off the coast that looked like Western ships, okay? But they knew people were tracking this ship coming into the Gulf of, let's say the Gulf of Egypt, which technically
It's not what it's called, but
but it's
It is
you know
the
what
Gulf
I mean?
of
Yeah, it's
Egypt,
not like
yes.
Florida's. It's a Gulf. Okay, whatever. Fuck off. So.
it's bigger than a bay.
They're basically saying that the Israeli Air Force was, they gave them the target as a ship, saying that it was a mistaken for an Egyptian ship. Okay, like I just said. So they got close. They see the American flag. I listened to the tapes that they released.
By the
And
way,
then-
Needles. No, you can't fucking stop and answer a question and keep going. You listen
No,
to me
I
like
know.
I'm insane. Fuck you. I was just gonna say,
I like the banter. That's why I do
Henry
it.
has a good fucking
Edward Henry.
breakdown. Yeah,
Our boy,
man.
Edward Henry.
Henry has a good breakdown.
9/11
man.
book is amazing.
Yeah, I gotta
It's
get
so
that
good.
back. From
Okay, so
Jeff,
then,
that motherfucker.
so basically, so they came up. The planes see them. They pass around.
And they see
Come
it's
back
obviously
around.
an American plane.
No, an American vessel.
Vessel.
Yeah,
I mean.
vessel. They see the
The
American
planes
flag.
are Israeli.
Yes,
Yeah,
Israeli,
that's what I meant.
Israeli Air
And
Force.
Egypt doesn't have the balls to put American
Just like
flag on their ship.
Yitzhak
Well,
Rabin.
you can't- I don't
That's
think-
who he was run by, the Israeli Air Force. Yitzhak Rabin.
I don't
So-
think it's. I think it's like maritime fucking hanging by the neck if you put up someone else's flag on your
Well,
ship.
I
That's
mean,
like pirate shit.
I don't think
Yeah,
Egypt
well,
had
if you get
anything
caught,
this
yeah.
sophisticated back then.
No, I know, but if Egypt went around putting up a fucking
They're not dumb
American
enough to
flag,
do
they'd
that,
have
yeah.
some answering to do.
They're not that.
Oh well, yeah. If an American
If someone
seen
saw
it,
it,
yeah.
yeah.
If Americans see it,
That's
I mean,
it.
the fucking Israeli. So then basically, communicate back to the ground to fire on it because they think it's an Egyptian ship. Open up with 50mm cannons and rockets. 8 people die right off the fucking bat. So what happened was they were preparing. They were doing like, man, this is shit. I did a lot of looking into this.
All right, slow the fuck down.
No, but I'm trying to get it out fast.
We
so then
got
we have
time.
more time.
We
you know,
got time.
Okay, so then basically they had like a chemical drill, a chemical attack drill on the ship.
Yeah.
So everybody was stood down. They didn't have life jackets on. They were doing an
They
internal
thought it
thing,
was a fucking.
which is very weird.
Yeah, I was saying, why would you be doing this close to
Because
a war zone?
you'd have to figure like the commander would say, "Hey, don't worry about the life jackets
Or-
today, boys." Because I mean, they would always seem
Or
to.
let's look at it from the other view. They had a narc on the ship,
I would say,
and they fucking
or-
told them that this point in time, this is what they were going
you
to
have
do,
to do,
or
yeah.
they knew what they were doing. 'Cause you have to remember, these people were doing. It's this thing called Signet, where it's like shit. I should have wrote down that it's an acronym. I should have
Right,
wrote it
I
down.
forgot what it
It's
means,
my,
too.
It's my bad, but what do you call it? So basically, it's just those big domes you see on the like on the.
Yeah.
So they're just bouncing all these communications off
Signal
of everything.
interceptors.
Some kind of
Something like
sonar
that.
fucking-
Yeah, it's something like that. But so they're also listening in on what's going on. So they picked up the radio station that they're and they're telling them to attack them
Yeah.
while they're fucking
We
doing
don't
it.
care that they're American,
So
basically.
there's 2 strikes with 2 fucking fighter jets, okay? And they unload on these people, 50 mil cannons and rockets, okay? So now they're at a
50
point
mil.
where they're
fucking
like, oh,
crazy.
well, that didn't fucking sink it. That didn't, you know what I mean?
But also,
Yeah.
wait, Needles, you gotta also say the fact that there was a few guys in the plane saying, "Hey, that's an American ship," and the commanders are saying, "We don't give a fuck, man. Fire." And meanwhile, the guys on the ship are like, "Do they not know we're American?" And they put up an even bigger
Well,
American
wait.
flag.
Yeah, slow down. We'll get to that point. So then, after the second ship, fucking, what do you call it, comes
Deploys.
through. No, dumps its load and all its
Next
munitions
plane,
and shit.
next plane's yeah, jets, fighters.
When they dump all their ordnance, there we
Yeah,
go.
there you
That's
go.
what I was looking for. Okay,
Dropping
So,
shells,
Fucking,
motherfucker.
they come back and they're like, "All right, what happened?" Well, it's still there.
It's an American
And then now they put the other flag up. So after the initial attack, they put the fucking second
Real
flag
big, and
up,
it's
or the
real
bigger
big.
one, and they torpedo the USS Liberty. The Israelis do.
And a
Multiple-
couple of fucking flyers, at least one, turned back and said, "I'm not going to fire on our allies." And that motherfucker got court-martialed. Who
What do you
knows
mean?
what
What
they...
are you talking about?
There was a jet fighter, an Israeli guy, 1 or 2 pilots, maybe even 3, that turned back and went back and said, "I'm not going to fire on
I
our
don't know.
ally."
I
And
didn't
those
see-
guys got
I didn't
huge
see
trouble.
that shit.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what it
if
said
that's
in
what
the
you-
Edward Hendry
that's
book.
fucked
Okay,
up.
that's
Yeah.
fucked up. I mean, that's what
And
happens.
and a lot of the
What do you have to do?
communications was like, "Why are we firing on
Well,
Americans?"
no, they
And
know
the
that
fuckers-
it's fucking.
the guys at the top knew why.
Well,
but
they fucked with the-
actual
But the guys, the jet
soldiers were
fighters,
like, "What the
yeah.
fuck's
They're like,
going
Wait a
on?"
minute here. Yeah.
Well, you follow orders. That's what you do.
That's it. That's it.
So,
and that's why.
but
they got
at that
in
point in
trouble.
time, the Americans were the enemy because they told them that they couldn't come within 100 miles, and they were within that 100
Yeah, but it's
mile
still
zone.
bullshit.
Okay, I know. Well, listen, man.
Yeah.
Whose side do they fucking think I'm on?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so-
yeah.
I thought you were on
Okay.
the Israeli
All right,
side.
so then basically, oh shit. So, what do you call it? So there were 34 crew members killed and 171 were wounded. This
and
included.
here's another. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Well, let me finish my word.
Yeah.
I'll let you. This included civilians, civil contractors on
Civilians
board,
were on the ship.
civilian contractor, like I think 1 or 2 of them, and officers. Like, I mean, this was like the fucking these guys like actually, you know, they
Not
were
in the
fucking
know.
out there manning the guns, doing the shit.
Oh,
all right.
But
So,
not like any. Like when you say officers, like what?
There's
how
lots of
high?
officers.
yeah, but there's
There's
fleet
lots
I don't
officers.
know how
and
the,
there's-
how the
these
Navy
guys
works.
were these
just
were
officers,
top
yeah,
these were
they're just
top
above
tier
the
guys.
level, yeah.
These were top. This was a spy ship.
Uh-huh.
So you
Oh,
should
yeah,
see.
yeah,
I wish
smart
this
guys
is
and
why I wish I
shit.
had my board because I had pictures of it to show you.
With your pointer.
Yeah.
Zeitzen!
Your eye.
The
Yeah.
Zeitzen's!
It's just a little swastika.
Yeah. On the tip of it.
Dude, you could probably get a laser tip, and remember they'd have like.
See, this
different
is
things
why
you
this
could
sucks.
screw
We
on,
just-
and the little shapes of kitten.
We have to offset
smiley
Spalding.
face.
That's what we have to
What
do
do we gotta
because he's
do?
in the middle of our fucking view. But that's fine. We're learning.
I can move.
No,
him.
not right now. No,
we gotta
next
keep
show.
swinging.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So then basically, in May 1968,
get
okay,
a
so
close-up.
the government we're still recording, right?
Yeah.
The government completely, so the IDF and the Israeli fucking government released their own findings on this shit, which was completely fucking, what do you call it? It was abhorrent. I read the shit that they said, that mistaken, this and that. So in 1968, they paid $3.32 million out to the people that were killed. And that equivalates to like $29.2 million now.
Yeah, and
so that's for
68,
30
they got paid out that quickly.
in 68 because they knew they were wrong. But how do you fucking
that's-
deter the enemy with shekels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, shekels that we
I'm
gave
sure.
them.
Hey, you think they made him sign shit? Like, you better shut the fuck
Oh,
up.
yeah,
Well,
that's
no, I
probably
watched some
probably
shit with the
yeah.
family.
Probably
They
kids.
made
it
him.
was-
They
they
had to
talked about
keep
it.
it zipped or
No, fuck no. They were fucking adamant that there was an inside job.
They
it
gotta be
completely was an
pissed as
inside job.
shit,
so
man.
then, In March of 1969, they paid another $3.57 million.
Wow.
So we're at about $7 million right now that they paid the family. These were for the people that were injured
Yeah.
in 69. In 1980, they made their last payment for $6 million.
That's it?
Yes.
It seems like they should have got more.
So it was like $13 million they got. Okay, but
But that's not each person. That's each
That's the
family.
whole group. Yeah,
that's
that's
a
a-
lot of people on
yeah.
a ship.
Well,
like a couple
200,
thousand, right?
251
251.
that died and got injured.
30 died. Yeah.
Yeah, 34
So the
died.
people that got unscathed, that just had severe PTSD
No, yeah,
and
I
shell
think-
shock, they got nothing.
I think they were-
They got a attaboy.
Sorry,
The vets
Mark.
probably
Yeah,
the
exactly.
vets
Good
probably
job,
worked.
son.
I have. Well, I don't have
Now
faith
get
in the
on that
vets
other
in the
ship
fucking,
there.
what
You
do you
got
call
to
it,
ship
in the
out
law.
right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I don't have faith in the
You didn't
VA.
see anything.
But that's all right. So basically, these guys they admitted their fault with shekels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just paid these people
Because they ain't
off.
going to pay. We
The
all know they ain't
taxpayer
going to pay
dollars.
nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing
nothing.
given
with
to them anyways.
got funded from the United
Yeah,
States, probably.
exactly.
That fucking what do you call it? That funded. You know, we've talked about the circle of fucking APAC and the ADL, which is fine. But this, like Larry said, nobody talks about. Nobody remembers. Like
Yeah.
I can't remember. I wouldn't even think.
Well, the media.
They should
the
talk
media
about
will
it
never
every
talk about
Memorial Day. I mean, yeah, Memorial Day.
Yeah,
and-
no, they have their thing. Like they got like the guys are still.
I know the
certain
people
will,
involved,
not
but it
like
should be
anything
more
on a
well
scale.
known.
Yeah, there's nothing on scale that we'll talk
No,
about.
but the
You'll
problem
never
is,
see an
is that
A&E or whatever special about it.
the shit that so this is 1967 and the Israelis are doing this already.
Yeah.
I mean, they fucking
All for one and one
dude.
for all.
No, not well. Yeah, Israel,
for all.
Israel first. That's what
Yeah.
it is. Like we've talked about this many times. They don't care because they have this cabal.
all
where they
for
have
us
all-
and none for you.
They control everything. The banks, the fucking media. And this is in the United States, I'll say. Obviously, there's elitists, Rothschilds, the fucking, what do you call it? Oh, God, I just want to blank. But that's
all
fine.
of them.
Yeah,
So-
Vandenberg, all of them.
Nobody talks about
Vanderbilt.
this. It is so crazy that, like when I look at the videos, like people, the Titanic is more glamorous than this.
Yeah.
But this is like,
This is way more serious.
it's like the antithesis
Although,
for fucking.
Well, because, Titanic, that was an iceberg.
well, and
Wow.
here's the other thing about the Titanic. This
Jekyll
is a
Island
lie they
shit.
need to
Yeah.
make a huge covered story for and have several movies throughout generations, every generation a remake, because this is the lie that created the money system and where they offed all the people.
Yeah,
that would've
J.P.
stopped
Morgan and
what's
all those
going
guys, and
on
fucking,
now.
what do you call
Yeah,
it?
the guys that were the
So that's why the
against them.
guys that are on
Titanic, they
Jekyll Island.
glamorized it. Hollywood actually made
yeah.
it more.
They made it about the poor man.
you know,
That's
'cause-
what they did. They didn't make
Yeah.
it about the because first of all,
Right,
it
exactly.
wasn't
They
even.
made it about the little fucking servant sliding off of a door.
I've
or
never seen. I've
something.
never seen the movie. I know
I
what
know
happened.
about
'cause
it
you know what I
because-
really know what happened. That wasn't even the Titanic. First of all, we
Right,
know that
right,
it was
right.
a completely
That
different
was the
ship,
Oceana.
and it was proven that it
was
was a
the
completely different
Oceana.
ship. And who even knows if it was taken out by an iceberg?
It wasn't.
Because they're saying that they put those people on because they were against the Federal Reserve.
Yeah,
and
that's
they did
exactly
not
what I
want to
just
start
said.
this currency that wasn't backed by shit. It was basically it was a Ponzi scheme
Yeah.
for all of them to
And
get
it's
rich
still
off of the
going
back
on.
of the backs of the fucking sheep. And that's what they, and
And,
then
and it worked.
also
still going
we
on.
also know the Sheckelsteins got involved at this point in
Yeah.
time.
Well, no, they got it started, dude.
Well, no, I know they got it, but this is when for
You
the
know,
Federal
the same,
Reserve.
the same people that run England run us.
The Bank
you know?
of England.
Yeah, dude.
Well, you know what?
Those
Listen, man.
Sheckelsteins
There's
are working
there's
over
got to be
there
at least
hard.
150.
That's bank numero uno.
Yeah, 150. Well, the Bank of the Vatican, I think, they have no rules or regulations.
Well, who do you
They
think
are their
runs
own
that?
fucking- huh?
Who do you think runs that?
I mean, multiple people, not just one person.
You know, it all leads back
I mean, it's
to
all,
one
there's
thing,
a lot of tentacles
Needles.
to it.
Corruption is
What's that?
It
Corruption
all
is,
leads back
yeah.
to one thing, baby.
What's that?
The Jews.
corruption is
I don't know,
widespread.
They
man. with
run the
that- I
Vatican
don't-
too. I was reading some shit
No,
today.
I understand that, but I'm just saying there's, like I said before, we talked about with World War II when the Vatican was backing both sides of the war, and
Right,
Hitler was
right.
sending them money every month, and they were working hand in hand with the Nazis, the Jews, the Christians, and the Nazis with the International Bank of Settlements were all working together.
Yeah.
They were all one entity at this
Here's
point. You
what-
want to know why? Because of shekels. It always comes down to money. That's what
and
it
when I
boils
was a
down to,
kid,
and power.
when my dad was a kid, he told me that they had them believing that it really wasn't going on. It wasn't happening, even though you know that the uppers knew what exactly everything
Yeah.
that's going on.
Well-
so the people, the actual American public, didn't believe any stories that they heard.
Well, and plus,
you know what I mean?
course,
Because they
because-
were already brainwashed by the fucking
Well-
brainwashing machine.
propaganda. I was
Yeah,
listening to a
dude.
podcast about Jewish propaganda today. Stu Peters, actually.
Heavy
Shout out
fucking
Stu
propaganda.
again, man.
Propaganda
Where
is really, really,
Friedrich
really
Nietzsche
heavy.
was already coming up with this game plan, and they were like doing this subversion shit where they were coming. Women should smoke; it's cool.
Yes.
Sex, you know what I mean? All this crazy
My grandmother
stuff.
smoked because they said women should smoke. It's cool. And my
That's it. And
guess
grandfather
how they
came
did
home
it?
with a carton of cigarettes one day and gave them to my grandmother and said, "Here, you're gonna smoke now."
Yeah.
And she smoked.
And guess how it was done through the media.
Oh yeah, of
The
course.
media is the biggest perpetrator of hooking all of
And my
these-
grandfather
It's cool to
didn't
smoke.
smoke.
It's cool, it's cool to fucking drink. It's cool to do this. This is what we're going to tell you to do.
It's the same thing with milk. When they had all the
Milk.
powdered milk,
Mick.
given it to all the guys overseas for protein.
Yeah.
They had all these factories made, and war was over. Nobody was drinking it anymore. And
Ugh.
then all of a sudden, the commercial machine, milk
Made
is
it
good
in-
for children.
Oh,
all
yeah,
this
it
stuff.
makes a body- does a body good.
Oh yeah,
Milk
I don't like
mustache.
it.
Shit. Oh, milk is nasty.
It is horrible.
I fucking
shit.
will say.
I'll
I
never
wouldn't-
forget eating over at some. Now, you guys know, you know, Mike does. Fucking, my mom is a fucking awesome cook, and I'm eating over at this kid's house when I'm a little kid, you know, and we're having spaghetti or something, and the mom hands me a fucking huge tall glass of milk.
And little tea.
And I've never,
had milk
I
for
don't
dinner.
drink milk at fucking, I put water on my fucking cereal, dude. And she wants me to fucking drink milk, and I'm like,
That is
yeah,
the-
but at home I drink a pop.
I drink
Or
I
water.
drink a soda.
I'm drinking either pop or water, but it was fucking Medina, so I wasn't gonna drink the water.
yeah,
Yeah, you don't want you grow
I want
another
a
fucking
pop.
arm.
yeah.
So it was bullshit, and she's like, "Aren't you gonna drink the milk?" The kid's
Oh.
mom. I'm like, "Hell no,
I'm
I
not a
ain't drinking
fucking.
that
I'm not a
shit."
communist.
It was spaghetti on top of it.
Yeah,
I mean,
man, you're
could
gonna
you
make me
think of the
sick,
worst
dude.
fucking combo?
I mean, fucking A. I'm
I'll
gonna
never
throw
forget
up.
that.
So what was she serving? Like ketchup on the spaghetti or
She
something?
was serving shit.
You know
That's
what? It probably
was.
was terrible. They were kind of hillbilly-ish. They were, and there was about fucking 9 kids.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's definitely
And
ketchup.
they had an above-ground pool though, and we'd go there, and all these 9 kids and all their friends. So it was pretty fucking fun after
Well,
school.
but yeah, well, it's nice that she actually like feed you guys.
Well,
too.
no,
Yeah.
that was I was like it was special. I was eating over.
Oh, all right.
Each kid got like rationed out their little thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't like eating at my
They had a
mom's
tripod
house.
set up in there, some toys, Larry.
Yeah.
Have a nice meal before we make a video for our friends.
And it was pretty ghetto, but it was pretty fun, man. It was a pretty fun place.
That
Yeah,
sounds like
that's
it.
pretty cool. Yeah. I never was into the milk at dinner time.
No,
Like,
never.
Milk sucks. It really is. It's not good for you.
No, it's actually bad for you.
Yeah, the way they pasteurize it and they do all that bullshit to it.
What is? Yeah, well, raw milk maybe.
I
all
seen
right for
raw
you.
milk's okay.
Well,
Dude,
here's
I
what
seen-
they do.
You know what Arnold,
Here's what they did
Arnold
in Germany.
Schwarzenegger
And
says? Oh, go ahead.
wait,
Arnold's like, milk is for babies.
that's it. Here's what they do in Germany and probably where Arnold was from, or Switzerland or
Austria.
something,
Austria.
Austria. All those countries like there, they leave the milk as is and they fucking hit it hard with X-rays instead of pasteurizing it. So you got to drink it a little quicker, and everything that's dead still floating in there is still in there.
Dude, you're gonna radiate
But
yourself
it's
with
good
some
for
milk.
you, you know.
Yeah, but now you're
Well,
using
you can- I mean,
No,
radiation.
I know. I didn't drink any, but they just pointed that
Yeah,
out
dude,
because
you
I
can
noticed
drink
that the
raw.
milk
Radiated
wasn't
milk.
in a refrigerated section.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all this milk is just sitting here warm, and they're like, yeah, it doesn't need to be cold.
I don't want radiated
Well,
milk,
because
though.
they didn't put it through
They don't
this
pasteurize.
process.
Well,
They
that's like the same
pasteurize
thing.
it.
Well, in Europe, they don't put their eggs in their freezer. You don't,
Yeah.
or like a refrigerator. You don't have to.
They would fucking-
America makes you like eggs come out of a chicken with a protective film
Coating
on
on
it that protects it from anything else, bacteria or any of that other.
When Jay worked on a
airborne shit getting in
farm,
there.
I went and saw him, and they were
That's
milking
so
cows.
funny. Jay worked on a farm.
Yeah, he worked on a farm for a minute.
Dude,
and
Jay's
they were,
done it all.
dude, they were milking the cows, and
Jay was milking cows.
Yeah, and it was just like pus
Oh.
and fucking all
yeah.
this nasty
And it
shit.
all goes in
Blood.
blood and just all the. I'm like, dude. He's like, Oh yeah, I don't fuck with the milk. I'm like, yeah, I know that. Either do I.
don't say.
Like, oh man, and I mean, I'm talking just the nastiest
Yeah,
shit. And
yeah.
once you see when the sausage is made, I don't,
You don't want
fucking
to have
think
no
so,
sausage.
bud. No. So, getting back to Michael Jackson now. Like, I was watching some shit, man, and he got a real bum-ass deal, man. I'm really starting to think, and I don't really think that he touched kids,
And-
but I think it was all perpetrated by who?
The Jays.
Yeah.
Hey, and here's what I think too, Needles. I always said, and I'm one of the first proponents, and I actually talked to my wife into believing it, because I said, you know, we partied balls. We know how it is when you're on certain things. You're not having sex anymore. You're fucking getting high.
Yeah,
and when
that's all
you
you're
see the
about.
list of shit that this motherfucker was on,
Who you talking about?
he wasn't having
Yeah,
sex
Michael
with little
Jackson.
kids.
Oh,
I think that
yeah.
was all
Oh, man, no.
a huge setup.
Yeah, he was on fucking.
Probably was.
I mean, they were
Every
knocking
last
his.
bit of it.
Imagine them knocking you out with drugs every night, where you got to get a guy to come in and give it to
Right?
you. Like,
Man.
obviously,
You ain't fucking nobody.
Dude,
no.
it's like Dave Chappelle when he was on the stand and they asked him about Michael Jackson. Do you think he did it? He's like, man, he wrote Thriller.
yeah.
He's like, I don't think he did it, man.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, would you let him watch your kids? And he's like, hell no.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, here's the thing, though.
But who
I wouldn't
knows
let him
what
watch my
happened.
kids just
yeah.
because he's a fucking rock star and he's fucking crazy. Would you let Steven Tyler watch your kids?
Hell no.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Well,
but you know,
well,
there's-
it was
Steven
just a
Tyler
joke.
now.
yeah, but here's
Yeah.
but
Steven
that-
Tyler
I
now,
understand.
not when he's all gacked
Well,
out.
hey, you gotta. Did you see the the picture?
He
that
brought his
Russ
daughter
sent
with him.
me?
Maybe. 'Cause then he'd be off on his
Steven
own.
Tyler looks like he's growing tits now.
He's
He
an old
probably
woman.
is, yeah.
They all
It's
do. That's how
fucking
they age
weird.
out.
Dude, it is
Keeps on getting
weird.
adrenochrome. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
maybe Steven Tyler's, he's hanging out
He's
with
I
in the
mean,
Red
it
Shoe
is
Club.
fucking
He's
fucking
hanging- he's
real
hanging out with
weird.
that.
Yeah, I
Caitlyn
mean, come
Jenner.
on, listen. The guy's
And
a
it's
known
not like he's a
pedophile.
fat ass with tits. He's like, you could see his ribs and he's got tits.
But dude, how old is he now?
The 80s.
So what, dude?
Yeah,
My
he's a
dad
rock
don't
star.
have tits. He's 85.
Yeah, the adrenochrome gives you boobs.
Motherfucker's
Yeah, but look at Steven
flatter
Tyler.
than a pancake.
He's a weird looking dude.
Dude, he's a pedophile.
Yeah, hand me that lighter, Needles.
We all know
please.
that for fucking... I mean, that's fact. He traveled to child over
Dude,
state
is Spalding
lines.
shit
Spalding
himself?
likes when I blow a bong. hitting
I
this
smell a
thing.
little something.
Do you?
Yeah.
Man, what is
You
wrong
smell
with you
things,
guys?
change 'em.
But, yeah.
an
Well, he
inanimate
can-
object.
He can wait.
We need to move him back. But that's fine. So,
I do
Yeah,
like. I,
I was
do
watching-
Spalding like the cats.
I was watching, what do you call it?
He likes that.
Something about this thing about Michael Jackson where basically these people were getting pressured by people, the music industry hired, and the Jays were running that also.
But wait,
And-
wait. They hired people. Telling more detail. You're kind of brushing over it. Like
What do you mean? They
already
hired
knows.
people to fucking pressure these people not to testify. They hired them not to fucking tell them a story.
There you
They
go.
told them not
Oh, yeah,
to
the Michael Jackson
fucking
thing.
Yes.
yeah. They told
Yeah.
them that this is what you're gonna say. We're gonna pay you if you don't do this. This and this is gonna happen.
yeah.
And it was all instigated by
And then
these companies inside of the United States that were ran by the IDF
exactly.
and the Mossad. So
And the other thing is when people say, "Well, what about the details?" When people tell you, "Oh, yeah, what his dick look like?" It's easy to find out what a rock star's dick looks like.
it's a
and explain it to a
humiliation
little
ritual.
kid.
That's what that was. It was
Yeah.
a humiliation ritual.
You know.
They showed his dick
Ask
to
some
all these
fucking
people.
broad.
And it's like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm so high on drugs right now. I hang my baby outside the window. Fucking,
Upside down.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I forget the woman's name too. She was talking about the same thing, the humiliation ritual. Where
Yeah.
like, even when you go into these agents' offices, it's like if you're part of them, you've gone through the ritual and everything. You go upstairs to see your agents and talk to everybody. If you haven't done that stuff, you go
Down.
downstairs.
Oh, yeah. You don't fucking... Well, yeah.
And then
because-
they schmooze
All
the shit out of
psychological
you.
Well,
shit from the get go.
But the whole
Oh,
thing
that's how,
is...
yeah, it is from the
dude,
get go.
it's like, what are you going to do to sell your soul?
Yeah.
Like, you just going to completely fucking give your soul to not God and do this? Or are you going to stick with your own
It's not-
shit
yeah,
and be
it's
like,
like, is it
I'm gonna
worth
be...
it?
No, it's not worth
it's
it
not
at all.
worth
Hell
it.
no.
Well,
Here's the
actually,
thing,
you know
man.
what? It is worth it because these people are so insulated
No,
with
it's
any
not.
three-word... What are you talking about?
It ain't worth it to
Epstein's
sell your
Island's
soul
list
no
came
matter
out.
what.
and nobody got arrested.
Yeah, but
what are you
if
talking
you sell
about?
your soul, you're going to hell, dude.
Well, that's the thing.
All
It's
the
like
riches
your
on
life-
earth don't compare.
No,
but
to
I'm not
what's gonna
talking
happen
about
to
that.
you later.
Mate,
You're
your
looking
life
at it.
on
I'm
Earth
looking
may
at
be
it
good.
Maybe in an
metaphorically.
earthly manner, yes.
Yeah.
They're
Metaphorically,
well
I'm
insulated.
saying,
You are
yes.
definitely right.
And they're
yes.
probably having a good life.
What
I
are you
just
fucking
gotta
worth?
stick-
End up hating.
I want our
How
religious
many
listeners
shekels do you
to-
want to make?
to
How much
fucking
are you willing to
understand.
do? What are you willing to do for 1,000,000 shekels?
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're destitute. You could use this.
And here's
This is
the
what
thing,
we're gonna
too.
do. We're gonna manipulate you.
And we'll
manipulate
jack
you.
up the price until you cave. You think you're
That's
real,
how it
real
works.
upstanding?
No. We're gonna kill you, or you take this money.
Oh yeah, well
That's
that
what
too.
they say.
Like Pablo
They don't
Escobar,
fucking.
silver
They don't.
or lead.
Yeah, the
you would
Plato
say.
Plato y Playa, or so I think it
Silver or
was.
lead. Plato y playa.
Something.
right, or
Don't quote
something.
me on that because I don't.
No,
I
it's not
didn't
No,
Plato
watch
you're,
y
that.
you're
Playa.
damn close.
So that's saying
Needles.
yeah, silver or the
But-
beach.
Yeah.
No.
The life.
Well, anyways,
Yeah,
yeah.
silver or living. But yeah, so basically.
In Mexican, he would say, in Colombian, he would say, silver or lead, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I'll
and
pay
people
you
always
off
told
and
you
you'll be
silver,
real
yeah.
fine, or
Everybody always took the silver. You take the buyout. The
Hell
payout.
yeah,
We were just
mother-
talking about
especially Pablo Escobar.
when I was in TJ. I was double parked because I went inside to go buy some needles. Imagine that. Because the Pharmacia had the 29 gauge that I liked.
Yeah.
You know, long tip 29
You need
gauge.
to-
Shout out to you.
Yeah.
And you buy them in bulk.
You get the
Dude, you get like
1 cc,
hundreds of them.
10
And it was like
cc, no.
$50.
What is it, 29 gauge, half inch, 1 milligram,
What?
or 1
You had a
cc.
stroke?
I remember asking the fucking person.
Oh yeah,
for all
yeah.
those
10
fucking-
cc, fucking
Yeah, you're
29
asking
gauge.
for all these
yeah, deep.
details.
Yeah, no, I know what I liked,
You
man.
go to the fucking, but like I'm just saying, when you go to Walgreens and it's like you need some needles or something, it's like you got to know all this shit. It's like, damn.
Not really. I
Well,
had it
I mean,
mean, by day
obviously,
one.
but I'm
if I
just
committed
saying,
to using needles,
It's not
I knew
like
what
you
I
could
needed.
just walk
learn
up
what
and
you
just
learn.
really like
dude.
a pack of rubbers and slide it over or something.
Well,
you got to
I mean,
say all this shit.
I want one with
Everyone
her,
looks at
her
you.
fucking pleasure, first of all. For
Well,
my
first
we're
off,
getting rubber.
I need the
Exactly.
magnums extra thin.
What are you using your arm?
No, they're not that much bigger, trust me.
Oh, so basically, fuck, I forgot what we were talking about. So then we can always get back to this thing with Michael Jackson because
Yeah.
they really
But
put
they
this guy through
railroaded
the
him. But
fucking
you were
ringer,
gonna
man.
get more into like
He
the
wasn't the
details.
first, and he won't be the last.
But there were, but I mean, they acquitted him. They acquitted him. They acquitted him. They fucking, but they kept on pressing him, and they
Hey.
kept on coming up with new shit. And then you find out like these people that are fucking narking on him, saying that he did this, and then there's some people that said he did it. Macaulay Culkin for one thing, which
Yeah.
I didn't believe him at first, but
Which is
then,
a
But
big
he
name,
probably
yeah.
would tell it if he did. I loved when he won the case and he jumped up and won
On the
leap
roof.
on top of that
Yeah, and he
fucking
was fucking
Bronco or whatever
dancing
and
and
do that
shit.
moonwalk.
dude, he was a
After
fucking,
he walks in court all fucking doped out. He could barely walk.
Yeah.
And then after he wins, he's like, and he jumps on top of that.
finally
fucking-
evened out.
Yeah, it was
MJ
fucking
was
great.
he was a strange dude when he was like
Oh.
hanging his kids over the balcony.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first thing. And then
Everyone
we'll talk
got
about the
mad.
surrogate. And
Yeah.
then
Like,
we'll
oh,
talk
my
about
kids.
the Elephant Man's bones,
We
which
don't-
that's a farce.
Yeah.
I mean, someone sold him that fucking the
A
apple
rock,
cart rather than the apple.
Yeah,
A
seriously.
weird rock that kind of looked like a skull. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Elephant Man.
it's the Elephant Man.
brain.
It's a movie. It's
Well, now
the
I
bones
wonder-
of a man made up in a movie.
Even if his hair was actually set on fire on purpose in that Pepsi commercial.
yeah, to maim him and shit. Because
Yeah.
that's when he
No,
started
the
doing
Elephant Man
drugs.
was a real
Yeah.
person.
I
though.
know it was a joke.
I know. I'm just
Because of the
saying, no,
media,
for
but-
real, it was a real person.
He was actually there's pictures and shit of him. Yeah, I understand that, but
Hey, so wait, was Paul McCartney a Jew?
Probably.
probably he has
Well,
some
all
of
ties
them
to
are
something.
Jews.
Because we
they-
just talked about that also.
How he bought all MJ bought the Beatles.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
the Jays were pissed at him about that also.
Oh, yeah.
That because Larry was saying also they were getting ready to transfer everything over to CD, right, Larry?
Yeah, and
So
right
they
at
could
that
have
moment, they
resold-
resold all those Beatles,
Yeah.
all the old people that were still alive, that loved the Beatles when they were young, that all the records are scratched,
Oh, yeah.
and then all the new people. So
About
it
to
was like the
re-release it.
Beatles almost had like 2 careers.
Well, they said
just
Michael
because
Jackson-
they switched formats.
Well, yeah. Well, they said he was smart.
A
as
lot
fuck.
of bands did, but the Beatles really fucking played, and so did the Stones.
Yeah. Well, you think they said MJ had a deal with Marvel to buy
Oh, yeah, yeah, to
all
do
the
all the-
rights
yeah.
to
No
it.
shit.
Oh yeah, but I mean this is
So-
like over a decade before anything even happened with
Yeah,
this
he
shit.
was like on the cusp.
So
of
when
He was
fucking
pretty- he
Jacko
was
bought
pretty
that
smart.
shit, it was at a very, very lucrative time. And then they came out with all those box sets. Like they had this Beatles box set that had every Beatles album in a little black wooden bread box with a top, it's like a garage door hinge type thing.
Yeah.
And it was very, very expensive. And it's like,
course,
man,
yeah.
and every time I would see that, I think, man, Michael Jackson is getting all this fucking money
Yeah.
again.
No,
The
he was
Beatles
smart.
are selling again, and it's ridiculous, but
Well,
He knew
it's-
what he was doing, man.
he did.
Well, he probably had good people behind him.
Oh,
also.
yeah,
I mean,
dude.
Well,
there was
and
a
he
lot-
was in the
but
business.
and horrible people too. Because there's
I
always
think his,
fucking
I think
somebody
his
that.
fucking manager was named Harvey Horowitz or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Well, no, but I mean, he was in the business since he was a little kid.
Yeah. So I mean, he got beat around, knocked around. Kid probably never grew up. We talked
He
about
did-
that
well,
before. Maybe get
he-
sexually molested. Maybe fucking.
He had a
dated
rough
Brooke
life,
Shields for a little
dude.
bit, which is the best. Married
He
Priscilla
was on the
Presley
cover of Rolling Stone, the close up of just his face. In fact, he had a hat kind of like this.
when he was
on.
still.
And he was
black?
only like 7 or
Oh, yeah,
he was
okay.
only I think he was 10 years old maybe.
Yeah.
So like that's a lot of pressure for a 10-year-old kid.
Oh, shit.
For them
That's
for the machine to have a hold of you already.
Yeah, right.
Well,
It's horrible.
It's like
It's
child
horrible.
actors.
Yeah, but this
You know?
this is crazy though.
no, it's all crazy. Even the child actors
Dude,
are fucking.
who's
they're
that
getting-
one child? She was so hot when she was younger. Amanda Bynes.
Oh, yeah.
Amanda Bynes?
And now it's like,
She's
I
had
heard-
multiple instances of breakdowns.
yeah,
But
I heard
You know what
the
the
name
problem-
is familiar. I wish I could have. Is she a blonde?
yeah.
yeah, she was.
She's the one with the tattoo on her face. She got
Tattoo on her
naked.
face?
She's all weird looking.
Yeah,
now. She got naked.
Yeah, she got naked, and they found her in, like West Hollywood or
Oh,
something. She was having a mental breakdown. But listen, man, these fucking poor kids, they put them through the ringer. Since we're talking, I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, and they're probably
No,
on
Well,
lithium. all
when
this
we went
crap.
and saw fucking what's his guy, the
Corey Feldman.
Yeah, Corey Feldman, man. He's another one that went to
Well,
the ringer.
and he came out. He was one of the first people to talk.
And
about
he's
all the
wacky
pedophilia,
though.
yeah.
He's crazy.
well.
What is it?
Imagine being that kid.
and then
I know.
your
I
buddy,
know.
yeah, your buddy, your best friend,
He's
Corey
fucking
Haim,
crazy.
killed.
No, yeah, and then I think there's the quote from the book, is, and then Haim allowed himself to be sexually assaulted.
Not like
It's a
that
quote from
guy.
his book.
Yeah, he allows himself.
Yeah, he
he said?
allowed himself.
Oh man.
Yeah, but
They're funny because
Why? They had a choice if they get molested?
no, I mean, listen, there's a lot of
full
stories that are out there.
penetration shit.
There's a lot of stuff out there. We all know that these fucking people are in some elitist club.
Yeah.
Because if you don't get, if you come to power, music industry,
Yeah.
radio, anything that has to do with the media, and that sort of quantifies everything right there. I mean, their tentacles are obviously everywhere.
Yeah.
But
And and they control everything.
but the
They
problem
do.
is
They
that they're
control
always
who's going to be a star, what movies you're going to
and
like.
they're going to
every
back
single
you.
thing.
Just like I just read a thing about APAC just spent $100 million this year on fucking Democrats being put into office, like on their campaigns.
$100 million.
$100 million. A foreign agency is doing that in our country, and nobody's talking about it.
Isn't that illegal?
No,
Isn't it
I mean, I
like
just
shouldn't they
told you
not
the
have
number.
So,
foreign?
no,
I can tell you how much.
Isn't it like foreign agencies like they shouldn't be
FARA,
taken?
the Foreign Agency Registry, the Foreign
I mean-
Agency Registry Act. That's
Yeah.
what Kennedy wanted
So now-
them to do, and guess what happened to
That they had
Kennedy?
to fucking blow his brains
3 weeks
out.
before he talked about this.
So wait, is RFK?
It
a show
should
for
be
the Jews?
illegal.
Is RFK a shill for the Jews? That's a tough one to call.
It is a
because
tough one.
I haven't looked up a picture of RFK kissing the Wailing Wall. If he kisses the Wailing Wall, then he's a foreign agent in my eyes. If you wear a yarmulke and you're a Christian, that is something you never do. You don't cross religions.
Yeah.
It's like
I don't
it's
get
like
it.
being
It's
a
like
Bears
crossing
fan.
swords.
Well, it's like being a Bears fan and going to an
But
Eagles
worse.
game and wearing
But
an Eagles
worse.
jersey.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
just
yeah.
because
Right.
you're, it's the
Just
fucking-
'cause you're in
you
town.
you don't do that. You don't fucking switch teams.
Unless
I know
you're
that's a horrible
fucking-
analogy,
But,
But it is.
Oh.
That's the analogy in life. You don't switch teams, kids.
so how I look
Same
at
thing,
it
if you
is
like kissing girls, you don't go to boys.
like we just talked about. Anybody that comes to power, we talk about Miriam Adelson that just donated $100 million to Trump's campaign, and then he was doing. Dang it! It's not the Star of David. I just learned about this the other day. I was listening to it, but I'll get
It
back
was
to
to
that.
make it like a high
And-
like a hiney ho.
No, that's Pee Wee Herman, right?
Oh.
Yeah. So when it all boils down to it, we know what's going on here. From our eyes, if I look out into my country,
It's so obvious.
and I see who's controlling things, people like George Soros,
Yeah.
people like Mayorkas,
Yeah.
people,
Oh,
the
God.
fucking, I don't know what the lady is in Mexico that's now working with Mayorkas on the border to let
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
people in, and
Yeah.
drugs flow through freely. Everybody
Drugs.
but
forgets
she's
about
not Catholic.
everybody. No,
How about
dude,
how
the
about the
fucking,
president of Mexico, the lady?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. She's
Oh.
a Jew.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I thought you were talking
Mexico's
about
Jewish
Mayorkas'
population is like 1%.
Yeah, they're like
Everybody's
they're like
Catholic,
90%
Yeah.
Catholic.
Yeah.
100%
Dude, they would have-
Cartels like
they
her.
would have this fucking. So they had a cartel shrine by my place,
Uh-huh.
and I would go in there and
Put
you'd
money
walk
in there?
Well, no, you first of all there'd be guys standing with guns outside because there
Sure.
would be money,
Everywhere.
and it was basically a what do you call it? It was a lick. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? No, there was no drugs here, but who knows? There might have been, but it was like a lick though. They set up this shrine and people would go in there and put money. It was Muerte, and
Why
then
were
the
you
other
going
guy,
in there?
the drug. Well, because if I was going to do something,
Oh,
you go
yeah,
make a
the
prayer,
Muerto de
and
los- whatever the fuck they call
if you go put some money in there,
the
they
guys I
pull
was
you.
with, let's say, would go there.
Yeah.
And then I would go
Yeah.
with them, and they would make me do this. But it was
Yeah.
cool as shit.
Yeah.
Dude, it was like
So you're praying to Satan in there. You're telling someone
No,
not
it's a
to
protector.
no,
wear
it
a
wasn't
yarmulke,
Satan.
but
No,
It was
it
a
wasn't Satan.
protector
No,
of,
it's a saint. It's like a protector
yeah.
of like
if you
Jesus.
pray to
they,
anything but
shit, I
hey,
just had
if you pray to anything but Jesus or God, it's
I didn't
Satan.
pray to him. I
Well,
just put money down.
okay,
When
that's
you're
different.
doing,
That's
when you're doing
different.
drugs all fucked
That's different.
up.
Yeah, I know.
No. We were
I
sober
would've-
for this. We were getting ready to go across
Getting the
the
drugs.
Well,
border.
yeah,
So we were all fine.
yeah, but you were getting ready. Yeah,
Yeah, but this is what they, no drugs allowed when we were doing that stuff.
No,
But what do you
you
call
were
it?
doing drugs afterwards.
Oh yeah, but I wouldn't go there afterwards. But the people I were hanging out with, this was their thing. And people
Before
would
they
go
went-
there
yeah.
every day, and they would pray
Oh,
for shit.
yeah.
They put money down, and they would come in and they'd clean it out.
It's
and
crazy,
they'd fucking,
isn't it?
Yeah, and they would pray to the saint, and then what do you call it? They have like these huge ones. Where like the fucking it's crazy the way that they
Well,
they're-
don't the cartel people have those tattoos on them or something? Of the saint?
Well, not every.
I don't know if they have. They might.
Hey.
I mean, probably. Who knows? They're sicarios and stuff like that.
That's
they
what I'm
don't
saying. I
fucking
think
care.
the cartels, they have their own saint that protects the cartel.
Yeah,
Oh
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like Jesus
yeah.
Day
They definitely
something,
do.
man.
They definitely do. I like this one guy. Remember the guy we were listening to? I think maybe it was Stinkers, who prayed to the saint, and they thought the one guy had powers, and he said, "Now you're invisible. You have."
Oh yeah, General Buck
invisibility."
Naked. General Buck Naked.
And he thought he was invisible.
Yeah, General Buck Naked was that guy's name.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Jesus Malverde. That's his name. He's the patron saint.
Well,
of
like
the,
if
of
you
the-
believe in
of the
that shit,
cartels.
man, that shit is Satan, dude.
Yeah, that's
that's
scary. What the
not
hell's his
Jesus.
name?
Yeah, but Larry, these people
Yeah,
are
Jesus
killing people
Malverde.
for a living. They're
No,
not
I
living the
understand.
holiest lives.
I understand they're not the nicest chaps on the
Nicest
block.
chaps is the furthest from the truth. These people were hardcore killers.
I
They
understand,
would shoot
son.
people just for fun, especially in Mexico.
Oh yeah, because he was referred to as the generous bandit, the angel of the poor, or the narco saint.
Jesus
narco
Malverde.
saint.
He was a Mexican bandit and folklore hero in the Mexican state of Sinaloa.
Nice.
And he, you know, he
Fucking El
lived,
Chapo. Another
he
CIA
was
backed
born
individual.
yeah, 1870
We were gonna get.
to 1909, so he lived 49 years old. But that's who.
Hey,
that's
we
who
were gonna
saint.
get the baby a tomato crate because El Chapo, when he was little, he was real small, so they put him in a tomato crate when he was a baby because they were so poor.
Fucking shorty.
El Chapito.
Yeah.
So,
But
I want to get one for him if I can't find a nice Popeyes box big enough.
you're not going to find a Popeye. You might if you get a family meal. You should ask for. Why didn't you ask for a box when you were there too?
now I'm
that's
getting hungry
that's
looking at this
besides the
KFC
point.
and smelling this KFC.
What do you call it?
It didn't have any food.
Hey,
in
can I
it.
get a water?
Yeah.
But what do you call it? So basically, it all boils down to the fucking Mayorkas, the lady in Mexico, fucking
I would like to slap
Podestas
Mayorkas.
and shit
Oh.
like
Oh
that.
my
It's
God, I
like
can't stand
He
that
looks
guy.
like that doll you squeeze and the fucking eyes and the ears pop out.
He's an ugly
You know?
son of a bitch, man.
Like a dick, he looks like.
well,
Well, that's a guy that's like he grew up ugly as hell, never touched.
that's a
any
guy
kid.
who's
Never
not
got any
America
snatch.
first, right there.
Well,
that
no,
guy
well,
is not.
that's
He's
his
a
whole
foreign
life.
agent.
He's never been.
He's
He's
a
never
dual
got to touch
citizen
good
for
pussy or
Israel.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Any
He just-
twat
he has
that he
carte
has
blanche.
was paid for.
Every what?
Yeah. I mean, he's just
Anytime he
like,
got laid, it was paid for because he never.
Oh, it might have been a honeypot either.
Well,
Oh,
that's,
that too.
I mean, we just did have a honeypot thing
yeah,
the other day.
it might be
that Pavel
suspicious
Durov.
though.
And honestly, it probably wasn't even that special of a honeypot.
Right, it could have been
Didn't
any
take much
dog.
for him.
For what?
Yeah, for him.
Mayorkas?
For him, because
Yeah,
if
to
you
get him
get
to
someone
get
that's
honeypot?
hot, it would be too unbelievable. He'd
Yeah.
be like, I never got laid in my life. All of a sudden, this hot
Well,
Asian chick likes
But the
me.
problem
to be
is they don't
true.
even do it like that. They'll send a secretary in.
Yeah,
and then they
but
work
she
out
doesn't
over
even have to be
time.
hot.
Well, this was a dude.
She
But no, they
doesn't
won't.
have to be
But
hot
they
if
don't
it's-
even. The fun.
If it's Mayorkas.
The fun thing to them is getting the information without having to do. You know what I mean? Like getting entrenched in this person's life and then dipping when shit goes bad and heading back to the fucking motherland.
Dipping out when it's time for a blow.
Yeah,
Well, hey,
no.
so
I
hey,
mean-
did you hear about you know the guy from oh Jesus, what's that? Not Twitter, but it's the next one. Telegram.
Yeah, Telegram.
Pavel.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
I just
yeah,
said.
yeah.
Pavel Durov. I said with the fucking honey
Yeah.
pot.
Oh yeah.
I was looking right at you.
Yeah.
You even remember. You
What'd
get a
you want?
secondary
Yeah.
buzz. But no, yeah. This fucking guy, because we talked about this before and now more shit came out. Obviously, nobody cares about this stuff, but
No,
it's
but
just
it's
funny. Like,
interesting shit
the
because
government
it's
wanted
bad.
back doors into things. They tried to fucking.
Well, Russia wanted him first, and he's like, "Oh fuck this." He left Russia. Then all of a sudden, his engineers were getting proposed,
They were getting- yeah,
proposition, not proposed,
they were-
proposition by CIA.
When he came here, or when
Yeah,
he met
when he
with the
came to
guys,
America.
he came to America, met with the CIA, which,
Well, no, every time
Oh,
he came,
shit,
flew
what
in
were
on
we
a
supposed to
plane,
talk
and the
about?
FBI were like questioning him right when he
yeah.
got here.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what they do.
And then he went to the UAE. He's like, "Fuck this." He was in
And then
Paris.
they got out of fucking, and then they got
Yeah.
his ass in Paris on
On a bunch of-
child porn charges,
a
on
bunch of weird
trafficking
bullshit
shit.
Well,
like
like,
Do you
and
think
it
it's
wasn't even
real,
trafficking,
though? Do you
it
think
was
they-
like
no,
loaded
it's not.
it on?
It's a government fucking
shit.
Dude,
no,
they
it
released
was
him.
they accused him like
already
there's a
released, but-
possibility of helping trafficking and helping.
Well,
this
because
and all
so
that.
it's like saying Elon Musk is guilty of trafficking children or child porn because somebody posted something
Oh,
on his
yeah.
Yeah,
platform.
well, that's
and
what
you
they're
know what
saying.
else? There's a possibility I'm a multi-trillionaire, you guys.
Well, no,
Except-
but think about it. All the memes that
I'm
we,
not.
all the memes that like a lot of memes that I get or shit like that, I get them from Twitter
should
because
be.
it's free speech. It's the craziest
Exactly.
shit. So it's like you can't just. So it's a free speech platform. People want this, and people, it's so funny. People are against it. Like
they're going to
people
be
are
going
like,
after Rumble. They're going to go after all these places.
well, there's only a
Yeah.
couple left now, but,
Well, but
they went
here's
after
the thing,
WhatsApp.
that's
They got
terrible.
WhatsApp.
Did they?
Yeah, because fucking Zuckerberg earned it and
Oh, yeah,
owned it, and he
bought it.
fucking turned right over.
Yeah.
Please stop
But
doing
he's-
that. It's, when I'm looking at you, it's
Oh,
distracting, dude. Can you
I'm
stop it?
sorry. Yeah.
Thank
sorry.
you.
Needles doesn't like when Spalding is swinging.
Oh, it's just swinging in my face.
I know.
Okay, keep going. What were you going to say? We were going to talk
baby.
about something, too, I told you to remind me of. Do you remember? No.
No.
Oh, Candace Owens.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
About how her husband fucking is...
Well, she's getting canceled now, and she got fired from what,
Daily
the
Wire.
I mean, this was a while ago.
But for talking bad about the Jews.
Yeah.
But here's the thing I'm reading about.
no, being honest.
But listen to
That's
this. though.
what it is. Not talking about the
Well,
Jews, being
when you-
honest.
well, the
Anytime
problem
you're
is
honest,
you can
they
lie
don't
about the
on it.
Jews, but
They
when
don't
you
like
tell the
it.
truth, they call you an anti-Semite.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
the thing with
And then
them.
all
That's
hell-
the easiest way to do it.
especially when you have a platform.
Then they made a profile for her on the ADL. I'm going to tell you what's going on. Listen, I read this thing the other day that the new psyop is people hating the Jews to create more like Candace
More
Owens going out there,
anti-Semitism.
Stu Peters going out there, people telling the truth about the Jews. And that makes, like Alex Jones says some shit.
It's all
but there's
on
all
purpose.
these guys that it's on.
So
Yeah, it's
now
on
everybody
purpose.
sides with them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so then everybody's because the war's going on.
on, yeah.
What they
So
would
this is
call
so
a
they release.
provocateur.
Well, yeah, but they
Yeah.
release these fucking people out there to start talking bad about them and
Yeah.
start putting all this shit out there. Like, oh, Hitler's a good guy. Maybe you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The Jews
and
were
honestly,
through this,
with
and it's like,
Candace, she's married to a high-powered, influential
his
Jew.
family,
Yeah.
they're high-ranking Jews. Also,
Yeah,
200,
so it's like
I think
you
$500
think she
million.
would just go against like
Well, you get
I
these
don't
people
know.
that they
her
think
kid's Jewish.
Yeah, so it's like, and she's a race trader. That's another thing, also.
She's
She's a
kinda
hot
cute.
race trader.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Larry-
I
I
think
think the
she's.
same
I
thing.
think she's kind of.
She's
good
doing
looking.
everything that she's talking against, like
Yeah.
right in front of your face.
Here's the thing, though, with morons like us.
What? No, I'm not a moron. You can call
We
yourself
go
a
back to
moron.
the
I'm not a
end.
moron.
She's
I'm
a
talking
hot
about me and Kiki.
You guys are morons. I don't know why you want to.
Yeah, all
Whatever.
that stuff, all that bad stuff, but she's hot.
It
Yeah.
don't matter. I don't give a
Exactly,
fuck.
She's hot.
That don't mean shit.
I know. I'm fucking around.
She's okay.
She is
For
okay.
a black lady, I mean, she's okay because the black ladies we're used to have red hair, and huge
racist.
fingernails, and they fucking talk with a snap and a clap, and fucking pay attention to me. I'm the main character in this barbecue shop.
Yeah.
You know.
And they smell like a Japanese fucking fish house.
Dude, and they fucking the most
On
provocative
a good
dressers
day.
next to Mexican ladies.
Yeah, oh,
like
man.
you want to wear a belly shirt, you don't need to have a fucking belly. Like that's the thing. Like, let's keep that
And
thing
that's
under
supposed
wraps,
to-
baby.
right.
And then you got fucking the highest fucking yoga pants on.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
it looks like your tits are trying to fucking pull your pants up.
Yeah, and you slept in that shit.
And now you're eating barbecue with long nails on. I mean, listen,
And that's just
you're
the
a real
worst.
catch.
Now you're licking that shit too,
It's all right.
And then everybody in the barbecue place is hearing your conversation on the phone.
because you're all
Or
loud.
you're just listening to Tupac really loud.
Yeah.
You brought your JBL speaker in.
Or you're watching YouTube with some car screecher.
I mean,
or some
we're
shit.
not trying to be stereotypical.
I'm not
here.
perfect or nothing by any means. but,
Yeah, I'm
oh,
watching
man.
quieter shit.
There's a reason there's a high crime rate between a certain sect of people, shall I say? In certain areas, you know, Spalding's people.
It's all right, buddy.
Yeah, you're gonna be raised in a White House now. You're fine.
Spalding.
in your blood.
Well, it's not
It's all right,
100%
though.
white.
All right, what time are we at?
He's mixed anyway.
Like a bucket of chicken.
Yeah, he's like the wings and the breast.
You get the legs, the
Legs
arms.
and legs.
He's a little spicy. He's a little original recipe.
Okay, what time are we at?
We're at 1 hour and 30 seconds.
Damn, that's a good one, right? That's
Yeah,
the closest I've gotten.
Yeah, well, it probably ain't gonna get any closer than
No.
that. Fuck.
Actually, by the time I said it, the time was probably.
Oh, you know what? I do have one thing I want to read. We'll fucking go into one thing.
Yeah, dude. We don't
You know, we
have
got
to-
time. We haven't
it's-
fucking
it ain't
seen
no
each. I don't
rigid
see you guys
thing.
anymore during the week.
KFC ain't giving us no money. By the way, last week
KFC
I got
ain't giving us no money.
I gotta say, last week I forgot to mention Tom's Free Clinic Automotive and.
Hey, we're not closing the show out yet,
I know, but I'm just saying the commercial
you're
a
just
little
giving a
early today, so
I
don't
hope we're still
forget.
getting paid.
And
Paid in KFC.
Tom fucking. I did get the KFC buckets myself.
You know,
from
I
the
got two
girl
things I'll talk
But
about.
he did give me the rope, and he gave me the C clamp to connect little Spalding up to the ceiling with. And so I gotta say, thanks, Tom's.
All right, so here's one little fact
you
that I'll
got
read to this.
something.
So the Act of 1871, Congress unconstitutionally sold a bankrupt Civil War America to the bankers in the Vatican and in London, and a 10-acre plot of land separate from the rest of America was created called the District of Columbia, with its own flag, police force, and constitution. They changed the one word from the United States of America to the United States United States for America to the United States of America, and we became a corporation.
Wait. Which went for just D.C. or the whole country?
That's it. District of Columbia became its own entity.
Okay.
In 1871.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's been known forever. Nobody really pays attention.
Well, I know this is why I'm saying it, because
Yeah.
I found this very
Yeah,
interesting
right?
and I saved it. The Federal Reserve Act was passed in 1913, handing over America's gold and silver reserves and ultimately total control of America's economy to the Federal Reserve Bank, a private corporation established by their own bank. So it was completely fucking false. Everything we've been told
I
from the
guarantee-
beginning of 1871. All they do is just pass lies down from the
You
beginning.
go around and ask people you just randomly go into.
Let me see a
Yeah.
letter, Larry.
Hey, Federal Reserve. Who do you think controls that?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's the government.
Right.
They don't understand that it's a corporation.
All you got to
It's
do
privately
is
owned.
put the word federal on there. I could
Oh,
make
yeah.
my band could be called Federal Band, and you guys work.
What?
You know,
You
I mean,
guys work
but
with
I'm
the
just
government?
saying, you put the
I know
word
what the hell
federal-
kind of
like my
analogy is
dad,
that?
my dad's fucking old messenger
right.
company was called
Well,
Veterans.
they have federal banks. They
But
say
listen,
these federal
right.
bank,
But
Federal
listen, my
Bank of
dad's
Portland,
company was called
Chicago.
Veterans Messenger Service, and people assume
It was
it's
associated
veterans,
with
all
the government.
veterans.
Yeah.
But they had nothing to do with veterans. It had, like, whoever's crazy enough to ride a bicycle around downtown Chicago and deliver fucking, and,
No, yeah,
or
it's the
drive
same
around
shit.
to the fucking suburbs and deliver
People are
some papers
so
like Greg
just
Brady
naive to
with the
shit.
blueprints or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
What the
it's
hell
sad.
are you rambling about
You
over
know
there?
what I'm talking
Greg
about.
Brady
Don't you?
with the fucking
Hey,
blueprint.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know what you're
right?
talking about. I'm 100%.
Shit.
I understand what you're talking about. Well, why are you talking about Greg Brady?
I'm giving an
And it was
analogy,
Mr. Brady. It wasn't
motherfucker.
Greg Brady.
Well, Greg Brady was on the bicycle and he lost the fucking.
Oh, yeah, okay. The
he
episode.
lost
Okay,
the
yeah, okay.
fucking,
Now I know what you're talking about.
blueprints and
All right, there we go. Finally, full
Mr.
circle.
Brady
There
was
we go.
fucking mad.
I
was
bet he
pissed.
He
was.
said, "Greg, I trusted you.
Took it
to
out
be
on
an
Alice?
adult, and now you dropped the ball or whatever."
Well,
they
yeah,
said
because that
back
shit
then.
was hand drawn back in the day.
Greg, that wasn't groovy. How you lost those,
yeah,
whatever they
clap.
say.
it wasn't groovy.
Well, it's the Brady Bunch.
Mm-hmm.
They always say groovy. I like when they call each other dumbheads and stuff. You dummy.
Whatever.
You stupid head.
Alice was the freak of the show.
Alice, yeah.
Beating meat all day.
All day getting
Sam the
meat.
Butcher.
Bringing Alice the meat.
Hey,
Dude, that was one of the best fucking
Sam the
ways.
Butcher was only on 6 Brady Bunch episodes.
That's it?
That's it.
Damn,
They
he's
mentioned him
well
a
known,
million
yeah.
times.
Yeah, but he's a fucking lasting
They talked
character.
about him like crazy. But he was only on. And my dad told me that guy was actually a big actor. And like he was doing the Brady Bunch a favor. Like as kids, we didn't know who the fuck he
No,
was,
that's
right?
crazy.
So all they needed to do was like have him on one episode in the beginning, talk about him for the whole rest of the season.
Yeah, right?
Have him on another episode or two in the next season. Talk about him all the time. Like Alice is going out with Sam tonight. You never really see him.
Dude, that's
and if you
funny.
did, it was like a cameo. He picked her up at the door. Hi, is Alice home? All dopey.
right. With his fucking
I'm gonna
like,
fucking
hey,
bang
baby.
the shit out of her.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
so
love it.
it's really weird because as a kid, you remember, and I saw every Brady Bunch multiple
You always
times.
remember him, yeah.
Yeah, it seems like he's on every fucking
Yeah, that's
episode,
strange.
but they just always just talk about him as the thing. You
That's
know?
wild.
Yeah, but Sam was dope. He was a good guy. Everyone
Like
remembers.
you know him. He was a good guy.
Yeah.
He had
Everyone
fucking
remembers
real
the
personal
episode when
relationships.
Bobby and Greg get locked in the.
We're gonna talk about the Brady Bunch now.
Yeah,
No,
everyone
okay.
remembers the episode when they got locked in the cooler.
No.
And
I remember. I
the
did
whole
see it,
ep-
but
okay, and
Yeah, I
the
don't
whole
remember
episode,
it.
what it was
You can just say
Bobby
no.
was a little shrimp.
Jesus.
You're a little shrimp, blah blah blah, because he was a fucking shrimp,
I can do it.
and so they get locked in the fucking meat locker at Sam's butcher shop after hours because they have some adult responsibility again that they fuck up.
They were probably fooling around in there.
And
Stay
so
warm.
now they're getting real cold and it's bad and they can't get out and it's locked. There's no cell phones back then, of course. We all know that. And so
You're
they
just gonna do the
finally
whole fucking. You're
break
gonna do the whole
fucking-
episode, aren't you?
yeah, they finally break
Jesus.
the fucking little glass fucking window and it's about, I mean, it's little. Like when I fit through my cat door and shit, it's smaller than that
I don't
even.
even. Jesus,
And fucking-
man. I mean, you are a
And that's what Bobby had to
wordsmith.
climb
Let
up.
me tell
Yeah,
you.
and he had to
Your
get out of there
vernacular
and
is
then
crazy.
save their lives. And everyone's like, "You're a hero.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you weren't so small, you wouldn't have fit
Yeah,
through there."
exactly.
You know, and he's like, "Maybe it's not so bad being a shrimp." You know, it was fucking
That was
hilarious.
the
Enthralling,
lesson.
Larry.
Yeah, that was the lesson.
Enthralling.
And the whole episode, all 5 of the other kids are fucking poking at him. You're too small.
Oh
Even
my
Cindy's bigger than you.
The true
You know,
story is even better about the Brady Bunch. Like Greg was banging Mrs. Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like they were fooling around behind the scenes. It was just a fucking.
And she was fucking
sex
hot,
fueled
man.
Fucking.
Oh, I love
Yeah, right.
fucking Carol Brady. She was hotter than shit. Dude,
The moms back then had that MILF thing going on, that old school MILF thing.
Partridge Family.
they weren't all
Yeah, she had that
bunch of
weird haircut, but
badasses
okay.
like today.
What was the one with Schroeder?
Oh,
That one-
Silver Spoons.
No, Schroeder, the maintenance guy.
Peanuts,
where he had
Ricky
the-
Schroeder?
Charlie Brown.
No. Schroeder with the was it like with Valerie Bertinelli when she was young.
Oh.
Oh,
And then- Not
one day at a time.
was it? Yeah. Okay.
One day at a time.
Yeah.
Oh man, she was a hot motherfucker.
Back in the day.
Old school MILF.
Oh,
big,
I loved
like,
her.
Big furry
Oh, wait.
bushes and shit.
No,
like
but
they didn't
Valerie
even know.
Bertinelli wasn't a mom. She was the daughter.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the mom.
God.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, the
Jesus.
mom wasn't that hot.
Yeah, she was. She had that white trash thing going.
Wasn't
Well,
she
she
in
definitely had the white
Bandit
trash
movies,
thing
too?
going.
What's that?
Wasn't she in the Bandit movies?
I don't
Valerie
know.
Bertinelli?
That wasn't not Sally Field. Oh no,
Oh,
that
maybe it was
I
Sally
don't think
Fields.
so.
Maybe it was
don't
Sally
think
Fields.
that was Sally Field, sucker.
Well, yeah, Valerie
Oh, Silly
Bertinelli was
Struthers.
a hot motherfucker.
The fucking remember what that thing, the Thigh Master?
No, that was Suzanne.
Suzanne
Hey,
Somers.
no,
Sally
but speaking
Struthers,
of,
she was
Oh, the fat broad.
No, donating money to
Yes,
Sally
the fat
Struthers
broad
was,
now they're donating to
Sally
the skinny
Struthers was
African.
all in the family.
Dude.
She was
Yeah.
Gloria from All in
But
the Family.
fucking,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
no, but the best
yeah,
is
yeah,
that
that's
But hey,
she
getting
did
back
like
to Val-
not the NAACP, UNICEF.
Yeah.
getting back to Valerie Bertinelli,
Jesus, here we go. Here comes the weirdo.
the sister, Mackenzie Phillips.
Oh,
was,
yeah.
John Phillips, the mamas and the papas. That's
Yeah.
his daughter. So Mick Jagger, they're having a fucking cookout at his house, at John Phillips' house. Mick Jagger makes a big deal about it. He wants ketchup and there's no ketchup there. They make John Phillips go. When he leaves, they lock all the doors and he fucks Mackenzie Phillips, a 13-year-old daughter, while the dad's banging on the door. You motherfucker, let me in there. And he's like, laughs it off like, ha
And this
You know
is
what? I
this isn't
remember
allegedly,
Mick
right?
Jagger.
I remember hearing that.
You
Yeah.
read this?
Yes.
Okay.
I read it not only once, but in a few
Oh,
different
no,
books.
he's done that. Didn't he do that to like Ronnie Woods? Or not Ronnie Wood, but who's the drummer's
He
daughter?
did it to John Phillips.
I know, he did it to a few people, I think. Because I've heard
He did
interviews
it to
of
the
women.
drummer's daughter?
I thought it was something strange.
I
Don't
think
listen
Charlie
to
Wa-
anything that comes
No,
out of
I
his
think
mouth.
Charlie Watts
he is
would
the
have
worst.
smashed his
Yeah,
face
he
in.
is the worst guy to listen
No,
to
I
about
remember
a
hearing
story.
another like.
I'll look into that.
interview,
I'll
yeah.
call Mr. X and see if he knows anything.
But yeah,
I know there's
no,
another
fucking,
girl, like,
listen, those
did
guys
that
are all
too.
pedophiles. We came
Yeah, she
full
lost her
circle back.
virginity
Yeah.
to Rolling Stone.
That's crazy, dude. What a fucking
fucking
sicko.
low
Man,
life.
why wouldn't you kill that guy right there?
Right?
I mean, seriously.
Yeah, and then he lets him slide. I think they, after he fucking bangs the chick, he finally lets the guy back in after hours and fucking.
I don't know. This story sounds crazy.
Dude, it's a crazy
I remember
story.
hearing-
It's
yeah,
a
I
crazy
remember
story.
I wanna
And the
know
girl,
the
you
exact
know,
details of this story.
giggling because he's not letting in her dad.
The girl gigged. Dude, she's 13 years old,
They're,
man.
they're growing up
I don't-
in
actually, I don't
Hollywood,
know
dude.
about-
They're growing up in Hollywood. You know what Hollywood means? You know Hollywood? Okay. The word
Here's,
Hollywood
Mackenzie,
itself.
Papa's pale Jagger bedded me. It's a.
The word, okay,
Find
the
out how old
word
she was.
itself, Hollywood, the wizard's wand is made out of the wood from a holly tree, man. So the name, they're putting you in a spell. They're telling you right in the name that this shit is all fucking magic, lesser magic, all kinds of fucking shit. Evil shit going on.
There's fucking.
So for this
I
guy...
mean, the CIA was injecting acid into
yeah,
civilians.
so who knows what this
fucking-
little girl fucking saw in that little bit of time? Who knows what even she is?
Dude, there's like all these women
She's not a-
saying
Well, then
this
hit
shit.
it. I'm gonna
Lost.
see how old she was. Mackenzie Williams.
Phillips.
Yeah,
Phillips.
Mackenzie, yeah.
Wilson Phillips, I guess.
Wilson was the other one. Now those were the kids of the kids. You know what I'm saying?
How old was she?
Well, this story is about an 18. She was 18-year-old.
Oh, okay. What's
in
it from?
steamy New York night in the 70s.
So it wasn't at the house, even.
Well, but here,
It's not the story I read. The story I read was appalling because, first of all, it seemed
Oh,
like
here,
she
yeah.
was too young.
Jagger allegedly told the 18-year-old Phillips, "I've been waiting for this since you were 10 years old."
Oh,
Okay, well,
God.
It's a long
What a
time to wait,
fucking
dude.
sicko.
Holy shit! Since how old was she? 10? She had to wait 8 years. Oh my god, that poor guy.
Oh, God.
He had
Poor
a
Mick
calendar
Jagger.
going on. How old?
Fucking pervert.
He probably-
calendar.
if
He had a
was doing it with-
pervert calendar, probably.
yeah, if
Every
he was
girl,
one-
all his friends' daughters counting down to 18.
Yeah, like fucking what are those?
He
the
starts
thick
hanging
things
around
with
about 6 months before each one of his
the-
friends' daughters turns 18.
Who's
Their whole
who's
life.
Cece?
I
don't know.
But
Because here's another
fucking,
one, barely legal.
What do you call it?
Talking about sleeping with Mick Jagger.
What's the advent calendars?
Yeah,
You know, you get chocolate
yeah.
each day.
Exactly.
So it's just a predator calendar. Just chocolate
You open it
counting
up
down.
and see which one of your friends'
Yeah,
daughters
the
is
picture-
next.
A picture of like, ooh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting closer every day.
Now that is some fucked up shit.
But listen though, these guys were not fucking shying away from young children. I mean, this has been known.
Dude, it's like that one song. She's just 13 or whatever the hell it is, 13 years old. Did you ever
They
see
got
the
multiple
video?
songs like that.
No.
Oh, I know you've seen. All of a sudden, they have Rockstar
I mean,
knocks
that's
on the
pretty
door.
fucking-
The father answers the door.
And he's pissed.
He's like, she's just 13 years
this
old.
is-
Dad singing it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
no, I never.
That's
I
actually
never
pretty
saw
funny.
that one.
You know?
Sounds like
That's
a
very
hit.
funny that they
Sounds like
involve the dad in the pedophilia.
Yeah. Instead of killing the guy, he just sings in the chorus.
Oh, I guarantee you've heard this.
Well, we don't have to hear it right this second.
No, I
because
know, I'm
We
not
can
gonna
take
pop
it
it
down.
up.
I just want to know who sings it, though. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
I
man.
forget who the hell it is.
All right, let's
It was
close
No, it's
out.
really-
a popular.
Yeah, let's close out.
It was
We're
really a
looking at-
fucking
looking
fun
at Kiki's
evening
phone,
with
you
you
know,
chaps.
Stoned and shit.
And I'm glad Spalding probably had a great time. Because last time I didn't have a swing for him. And now also my mom gave me a bed for him. I have a bed.
Just talking in the
And, you know, because before... He just
All right,
laid,
let's close
he
this
laid
thing out.
on
We
the
already-
table, and
we've
that was
already
kind of
explained
rude.
this
And
like
now,
3 times.
now he's fucking good. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great evening. Peace.
You do Tom's?
Yeah.
You didn't even do Tom's. You did it.
Larry and Needle Show.
I had a fucking.
All right, we're
No,
back.
no,
That was
don't
a
do
false
that at
ending.
all. What are
No,
you doing,
it
man?
was. It was a false ending. Needles wants to do. We forgot to do Tom's. I almost forgot again. Tom's Free Clinic, Automotive, and veterinarian
Jesus,
clinic
I can't talk
for
today.
all your needs,
They take
sexual,
EBT.
pets, or car.
If your schmeckle's got a freckle and you don't got any shekels, call Tom's Free Clinic.
That's a good one there, Needles.
Benny Mardones.
Okay, have a good evening. Peace.
Oh, I've seen. Yeah, okay.
Larry and Needle